Every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPOTIFY to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more. In partnership with DraftKings. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expires 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
John!
What?
Red 7!
I don't know what Red 7 means.
Hot route!
I don't. What is hot route? Will you just go stand on the other side, please?
Down!
Come on.
Ready! Down! Set! Hut! 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 Hut!
Hit me! Booyah! That's what we call a sacked lunch. Nom, 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 nom.
It's time for the Soonerscoop.com postgame show presented by Eskridge Lexus in Oklahoma City. Eskridge Lexus is the official travel partner of Soonerscoop.com podcasts. Now, here's your road crew, Carey, Eddie, and Bob, wrapping up all the action and reaction from this week's game.
All right, welcome back. It is the Eskridge Lexus Postgame Podcast number 2. As Sooners have done it, they have beat the Michigan Wolverines 24-13, and it was everything that we kind of thought it would be. I mean, I think a lot of us picked Oklahoma to score 24 points in this thing. The defense played better than we expected and contained Bryce Underwood more than maybe we expected, especially in the second half. But I'm joined now by Eddie Radosevich and George Stoya, who have been at the game as well. The instant reaction is up on the YouTube channel. And now we pod, as there's going to be no need for George to have a meltdown in this post-game pod.
No, that was fantastic. I mean, arguably, it's not better than the Texas win in 23. I'd say it's number 2. And I know a lot of people say, well, Alabama last year. Well,
sure.
The season was shit. This was a huge win.
From a start to finish standpoint, though, it's a much better win than the Texas win. It's not as dramatic, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, OU probably should have won by several scores.
It's a more dominating win.
It was a dominant performance defensively. And I think that, like, all the questions that we had going into it, all the questions that we had over at the North Oval today, which was unbelievable.
Oh,
the fans were incredible today. The atmosphere was fantastic. All the questions, though, like all the kind of the storylines going into this one. Was the defensive line going to be able to hold up? Was an offensive line going to be able to find themselves? They found their 5. They found and we knew that they had a quarterback. It was a very, very fun night over at the stadium. That was a well-earned kind of victory lap for Brent Venables in his post-game press conference, because it was the magnitude of everything that went into it was gargantuan, and I think that they delivered a pretty good performance that I think, nationally it's going to be interesting to see how many people walk away from that thinking that, Oklahoma, they might have a ball club. This feels like a really good step in the right direction.
I've seen a lot of response like that. Pat McAfee, I saw his tweet just before we started the show, but a lot of people nationally, they're like, okay, John Mateer makes this Oklahoma team for real. And it kind of validates, guys, what we've been saying all offseason. Like, since Arbuckle and Mateer got here, this was a team that wasn't that far off from being something better, from being something that could compete in the SEC. And it's a much better team. I mean, I'm not saying there was a lot of complimentary football. The special teams were certainly rough tonight. You had a missed field goal. You had a dropped punt. You had a personal foul roughing the kicker that could have given you drives and taken the ball away from Michigan and made this a much more impressive win.
Isn't that one of those things, though, when you lay it out with the muff punt, with the Samuel Mosigo roughing the punter, the defense was able to kind of hold things together every time they had a response. And I
they
think
did that last year.
They did, but they didn't have an offense that was going to be able to meet it or match it. And, I think tonight, like, obviously, John missed some things. He had the interception early, but for them to be able to bounce back from all of that and really kind of do it with a exclamation point at the end of the night, it was an incredible performance. And the drive in the fourth quarter, even though it just leads to a field goal, that feels bigger than just a field goal, because I think now you can
1-score game to you got to score twice.
Yeah,
but it's also like, I mean, yes, in the moment it's a great drive for the game, but like that's a drive that like we could look back on and be like, man, like they found something. Like when's the last time I was saying this to Eddie on the instant reaction? Like even the Jeff Lebby teams couldn't do that. Like they were not able.
They weren't built to do that.
No, and like the time management, the plays that Mateer made on that drive, the toughness that he showed on some of those runs, the toss that he threw to Jaron Kanik that I was like, oh no, like he's gonna throw an interception here. Like it was just like, and then the play call to Javonte Barnes where he's looking like he's gonna pick up a blitz, but he pops out and they throw a little pop pass to him for a big gain. Like that's shit that we haven't seen in Norman in a while.
Ben Arbuckle, big time play
caller.
caller.
Oh yeah,
great
big time play caller.
Yeah, and to script out the first drive. I mean, that play to Jaron Kanik,
it's
where he reaches it out.
Unbelievable grab.
I just saw it again on
Unbelievable
TV.
grab.
And he really didn't have complete ball security when those safeties converged on him. He somehow found a way to secure that thing.
Yeah, unbelievable grab. And it kind of set the tone for the rest of the night, I thought. And they had some unbelievable, like the Mateer play that he talked about after the game with the hit and Satania on the, I guess that would be over on the west sidelines in the red zone.
When he spun out of the tackle.
And the way that he talked about it was like, yeah, I saw that on tape. If the quarterbacks get a little bit shallow or flat, we can hit them over the top. Like, that's just shit that didn't happen the last couple of years. And I think it's obviously a sign of somebody that is a mature quarterback and a really good one at that. But that was a very, very good victory. And I don't know how good Michigan's going to be. They're physical, though. And I thought that if that was like the bottom line question, was Oklahoma going to be able to match their physicality? They did that and then some. Like the defensive line tonight was unbelievable. David Stone is growing up right in front of our eyes. You talked about it on the instant reaction, George. Dominic Williams was fantastic tonight.
I thought it was the best game for him and David Stone of their careers at OU.
There's a lot of people that you could say that about, right? From the defensive side?
Yeah.
Owen Heineke, he led the team in tackles against Michigan.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Owen Heineke, is somewhat half joking previously. He is legit like a big time player for OU. Like he was phenomenal.
And
tonight.
they put him in those spots too because they trust him.
Like I thought there was going to be a chance that maybe we don't see as much of him tonight because it was a much bigger game. I mean, they played him in some big spots and he made some big plays. I mean, and just a great story. I mean, I obviously know him and his family, pretty well and all that, but it's just awesome to see him go out there and make the plays. And then I just thought on all three levels of the defense, like
sure,
there was guys just making plays left and right. I mean, Peyton Bowen had the best game of his career.
Peyton Bowen. Marvin Jones Jr. had a couple big-time tackles behind the line of scrimmage. And if we're going to just go ahead and shout everybody out, I do want to take a moment, and I know that he's still catching a lot of flack on the boards. I thought Javonte Barnes played a pretty good game tonight. And with all of the controversy or whatever you want to call it in the running back room, I thought he ran the ball extremely hard and extremely north-south when they needed him to.
He did, and he had the 10-yard run that picked up a first down, and he, he's in there, I think, because they believe in his ball security. They did start Jaden Ott tonight. It didn't go particularly great, but it wasn't like you felt like he wasn't in the flow of things or wasn't willing to put his head down and try and gain yards. It just, I mean, to me, at the running back room, we got to talk about Torrey Blaylock because all the rumors that were out there.
Can we just say what the rumor was?
Sure, yeah.
Should we just throw it out there?
Yeah.
We were told on Sunday that he had potentially broken his collarbone. And then it was quickly, oh, well, no, maybe it won't be that serious.
Well, we started checking into it, and and somebody told me, no, I don't think that's correct.
Right.
And so we kind of tabled it. But
we all thought, because we also thought, we had heard that he had missed some practice, like he didn't practice most of the week, and so we were all sitting there like, well, he might suit up, but he's probably not going to play.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the second quarter. I think that it was Torrey. I want to go back and watch it. He had an unbelievable blitz pickup to give Mateer a little bit extra time. I think it was him. It might have been Barnes.
I will say they play a lot of Barnes on third down because he
blocks.
He is really good in pass protection,
and he did a really good job blocking for Mateer on the run in the run game tonight.
And Deion Burks on the first touchdown, he was the key block that sprung him to the outside.
Oh, to the outside, yeah. Mm-hmm. That was and it was everybody. I think that there was one time on one of the Mateer runs, I want to say in the second quarter possibly, Keontae Lewis and Deion Burks are busting their ass down in front of him to continue blocking. It's just like little things, like even I thought that one of the bigger plays of the game, how about Isaiah Satania knocking the ball away from the defender in the secondary? Because
that was an interception.
Prevented another interception. Yeah, 100%.
No, that was huge. And look, the play where Mateer spins out of the sack and then hits him down the sideline, and microscopic review of whether his foot touched out of bounds at the 14-yard line or not. That was really, I think that was the play of the game.
Yeah,
that
was the play that Mateer was talking about after the game that they'd seen in film, and he made a hell of a throw, and
that's
Satania
why,
made a hell of a catch.
And I was telling Eddie this, obviously they didn't have great quarterback play last year, but there was plays tonight that, and I think very highly of Dylan Gabriel. I thought he was a really good quarterback. Hell, he might end up being an NFL guy. There was plays tonight that Mateer made that Dylan Gabriel just simply cannot make. And the physicality I think that Mateer showed, I don't know if Dylan Gabriel could have withstood that. I don't know. Maybe he could have. Maybe I'm totally wrong on that, but
I think he could.
But
he's not 6 foot whatever Mateer is, and I mean he had I hate saying this, he had a great lower trunk. So does John Mateer, but I mean he's just different. He can. There's that. It's like the Blake Bell factor. It's like when you have a person that's just a gigantic man, and he can take a beating, more so than a guy that's just a little bit more slight of frame.
He's tough as hell. He took a couple hits tonight that I was like, ooh, is he going to get up? John Mateer, 662 passing yards is a great stat from Mason Young. 662 passing yards, the most by a Sooners quarterback through 2 games since. Do you know? Either of you?
Wait, what was it?
Say the question again.
662 passing yards over the first 2 games of the season by an Oklahoma quarterback. It's the most yards since
Sam Bradford?
No.
Baker?
No.
Are we not even close?
Landry Jones?
No. Josh Heupel, 1999.
Wow.
And then on the flip side of it, another really good stat, 176 yards passing yards allowed by the defense through the first 2 games of the season. It's the least amount of yards since 1998.
It's going to be fun looking up NCAA stats.
We're going to look at the other side of the book. We were looking at one side of the book last year. We don't have to look at that side. It's the good side now.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, too. It's like a lot of these teams out in the country, the quarterback list that started the season is dwindling quickly. I mean, you have DJ Lagway lost today. I mean, that takes, and I'm not saying that I didn't watch the game. I don't know, but Cole, what's Clemson's quarterback? It's Kubelik, right? Cole Kubelik? Yeah. He struggled today.
Cade Klubnik.
Cade Klubnik.
Jesus Christ.
It's 249 of the boarding.
Yeah.
I think everything.
Don't Jesus
everything
Christ
is off.
Us, George.
Everything is off the board
right
right now.
Give us a break for once.
Everything is off. We demand excellence, but everything is off.
Anyway, I mean, just look across the board. There's not a lot of great quarterback performances out there. I mean, Arch Manning has been very up and down. He was the guy at the top.
Well, he's been bad.
He was a little bit better today, I thought.
Against San Jose State.
A bad team, but yeah.
And George, I'll go ahead and do it right now. I apologize for my Phillip Rivers stuff with Bryce Underwood. I don't really want to apologize, but it's like Eddie said, it's 2:49 in the morning.
They got after his ass though. They were living in the backfield.
The Kendall Daniels.
We're watching the game. We're watching the game back, and Kendall Daniels just blew up a screen.
He had
Justice Haynes missed like the next 3 series.
I thought he was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he came and he had the 75-yarder, right?
Yep.
As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
Damn. Which was just that was just a busted play. And Brent also kind of fell on the sword afterwards and said that he put him in a bad play call, which he did. It was a bad play. And they were not lined up right.
On the 75-yarder.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of that, though, that was the only time that it was like...
But that's like, you know what's crazy is, and I was thinking about this.
I was going to say the exact same thing. You know what's crazy?
You know what's crazy is like, OU played this game like 6 times last year, and they lost it every single time.
And this time they won by double digits.
And they should have won by more. And that's the thing that's like, that's where you have to be like, man, like, what is the ceiling for this team? Because if they can do that and the offense can correct some of the issues, you don't muff a punt, you make your field goals, Tate Sandell, like this team, like let's remember this is week 2.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm certainly not ready to talk like, oh, they're going to the college football playoff, but they do have the makings of a team that it feels like
they should be in the conversation.
They're going to put themselves in the conversation. They're going to have an opportunity to win every game that they line up this year. And I think that that's much different than what we've seen, and just the magnitude of everything that went into this game tonight felt good for Brent Venables. I mean, he kind of got the monkey off his back a little bit just in terms of being able to win a big game and deliver.
What's interesting about this win is I don't know that we're ever really going to know how good Michigan really is. I mean, you look at their schedule. They play Central Michigan next. Then they're in Lincoln, the suspension game first, Rowan Moore. Wisconsin and Ann Arbor. They play USC after that. Then Washington, Michigan State, Purdue, Northwestern, Maryland, and then they finish with Ohio State. So
they could win almost all those games.
Yeah, they could have a great record and have, I don't know how the USC loss
I think
or
that
USC game will
Michigan's going to definitely be able to run the ball. I mean, just from a physicality standpoint, you look at some of those guys on the defensive line and in the offensive line, the Jashawn Barham, the linebacker that came in number 1, he is one of the biggest, most impressive looking dudes I've seen in a long time. Like that guy. And Bryce Underwood, just his sheer size. I mean, he is every bit of 6'5". Looks really, really good. But Oklahoma, they played extremely well tonight. It feels like a long time coming that Oklahoma fans can go home, leave the stadium, and kind of be nitpicky, but at the same time be extremely happy with how their team played.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the numbers here, John Mateer, I think, George, you said you called it when you called in on the Sports Animal that you thought there was a good chance he could lead the team in rushing. He did by a wide margin. I mean, 74 yards rushing. The next closest was Torrey Blaylock at 24. Javonte Barnes had 24. Jaden Ott just 9 yards rushing tonight. But overall, I think you went into this game and we all were kind of like, man, you could really be screwed at running back. And with Torrey Blaylock playing through, whatever shoulder problem that he was having and being able to come out and play in this game, and then have Javonte Barnes play the way that he did, like there was no issue with that running back room. I mean, that's a big storyline for me tonight.
I still think they need to find the guy, which I think it might be Torrey Blaylock, but
he just runs the ball so damn well.
And I just think, and I think there's gonna be a lot of people like, it's a bust, shouldn't have paid for him. I think you just need to give him some time.
Yeah.
Like he just I
think the run game as a whole, with what we saw tonight from that offensive line, that 5. And Logan Howland obviously came in for Michael Fasusi when he got rolled up on. Michael did talk to the media after the game. He basically said that he's completely fine.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But
that was, the lineup, just put the lineup out there because a lot of people might not have known it because you had Fasusi, you had
Fabechi.
Heath Ozaida, right?
I'm getting turned around now.
Okay, yeah. I thought Derek Simmons...
We'll go left to right.
Okay.
We'll go left to right. Michael Fasusi.
Heath
Ozida. And then you had Jake Michaela. I was gonna do it because
I was trying to help you out.
I messed it up during the instant reaction. And then Fabechi and Derek Simmons. That group was really good tonight. They were extremely good compared to where this thing is coming from an offensive line standpoint.
And we've said we thought, or maybe I don't know if we've said it directly, but we've all thought like that's probably their best 5.
Yeah.
And I did not think they'd play them.
I just did. I'm the same way.
Well, maybe Foje in for Ozida. Or Fabechi switching back over.
I didn't think that Bill would actually start Fasusi as a freshman in his first game against Michigan, and the way that he played. I'll have to obviously go back and watch because it's hard to be down on the field and really get a good idea of how well they played. But I told George walking back over here from the stadium, Carey, I thought that like the numbers don't tell you that they ran the ball well. I thought that they ran the ball well, just good enough to make them respected a little bit and then open things up for John Mateer over the top. So it's a good starting.
Ran the ball well. So I mean,
he ran the ball great.
That's really where the run game, kind of laid its hat or whatever. I mean, but no, I mean,
it's a starting point though, right?
Yeah.
With this offensive line, it's a starting point. And I think that if they can just continue to gel a little bit, I think that run game is going to come together, like you're saying, George. And I'm not giving up on Ott at all.
Yeah, I think he's going to still be a big factor in this offense this year.
The road games are coming up. We want to remind you that Eskridge Lexus is very proud to be, that's their words, not mine, very proud to be the official travel partner and sponsor of the Sooner Scoop Postgame Podcast. We're happy to send George, Eddie, and Bob in a new Lexus on the road covering the Sooners. Check EskridgeLexus.com for the most up-to-date inventories, including all new Lexus and Lexus L certified vehicles, or to book your next service appointment. They do a great job with service there. Eddie and I can both vouch for that. All Lexus L certified vehicles come with an unlimited mile of full factory warranty with up to 6 years of coverage. L certified cars also come with 4 free services, free car washes, and a use of brand new Lexus loaner vehicles while your car is in our service department. And unlike other dealers, Eskridge Lexus never charges a dock fee or makes you pay for accessories that you really don't want. So go visit EskridgeLexus.com or call 405-755-9000. That's 405-755-9000. And Ed and the boys want to give a big shout-out Boomer because they're enjoying this season as well. And go support our good friends at Eskridge Lexus if you are so inclined. Yeah, I mean, you guys talked about it, like in George, it was kind of like there's very few people on the defense that we can't just keep bringing up over and over. I mean, I thought what I saw tonight was, Marvin Jones Jr. might be one of the best players on this defense. I mean, he stood out early. He was a force on defense, and he spent a lot of camp, banged up, had some back issues, but he looks to be a guy that's really starting to come into his own, George.
Yeah, I agree, and he's good. I mean, he's a veteran guy. Like I feel like that's the biggest thing with him is like you can tell he's played a lot of football, and so he just rarely makes mistakes, and then he just made some big plays tonight. And like there's certain guys that won't show up a ton in the box score, like an R. Mason Thomas or even a Taylor Wine, but like all of those guys up front did their job and like did a good job containing, not getting pushed off the ball. And then I just think the biggest thing that helps this defense is their interior. Like I can't remember the last time OU had a defensive tackle room that was this deep.
Not this many guys. I looked up in the third quarter, late third quarter, big 99s out there. That's exactly what I was going to say.
And they're not moving him.
Yeah.
They can't move him.
They I mean, from what I think I saw and from what we're watching right now, they whooped Michigan's ass tonight on the offensive line.
Dominic Williams, 5 total tackles, which led that interior group. David Stone had 4.
I said it. Dominic Williams earned his paycheck in this game.
He was great. They were all great. I mean, I think
Taylor. You mentioned Taylor Wine might not show. He had 3 tackles tonight. I mean,
yeah.
Against this physical offense, I mean that's all you can ask for. I mean you can't. They didn't really a lot of run game misdirection. I don't know that they were really zone reading, but they certainly do a really good job of that mesh point and not knowing if it's play action or not. So, I mean, the opportunities to really rush the passer weren't always there. Now, if he pulled up and couldn't find his first read, you had a chance to chase him down, which that did happen a few times tonight. But you weren't really in a whole lot of situations, and probably didn't expect me where you could just pin your ears back and go after Underwood.
Yeah, they never really had that opportunity, if I remember correctly, and they did a couple times though. They got, I thought like one of the bigger moments of the game there in the fourth quarter was when I can't remember who it was now. They sacked Underwood to put him behind this. Was it Omosigo that sacked him?
I think, yeah.
And then
Jaden
put him
Jackson.
and Jaden Jackson. That's right. Jaden Jackson had a great night.
Yeah.
They put him in second 15. They're able to get off the field. That was kind of one of those moments that led to OU getting the ball back and then going on the 10-minute drive. But that was one of those moments that, who knows? If you put together a big drive there, if you're Michigan and all of a sudden.
Well, that's the other thing too, is like we said, that last year they lose this game. Like maybe the defense a year ago gives up a drive there, out of nowhere.
Sure.
So like, they were so good tonight, and like there were so many moments where Michigan was given a short field and they had to come up with a stop or hold them to a field goal, and they did it every single time.
Yeah, and being put in some bad positions on special teams, they would eventually. I mean, the one score they had was the first play out of halftime. I mean, that was just like, okay, that was bad. I mean, one play.
It's like, damn.
And Michigan does that to everyone. I mean, they did everybody. Every time they play a team, they break off some ridiculously long run.
Yeah, what did he have last week? 58 and a 56-yarder, I think.
Just, I mean, that's just Michigan. And I was actually talking to Teddy Lehman going in. I was like, that's my big concern is like that Michigan does what Michigan does and they break off a 75-yard run when you've played so well all game and it looks like you're the better team. And then all of a sudden it's the fourth quarter and your defense is gasping for air and they're starting to find some momentum and build on that. And OU just never let that happen, which was the story of the game defensively. And by the way, we've not. I mean, George brought it up earlier, but the rest of us should give our kudos. I mean, it's not about where he went to high school. I mean, Owen Heineke was just a badass tonight everywhere. Just.
That play he made it in down in the south end zone to back them up when they were backed up or whatever for the tackle for loss. Just incredible play, like great instinctual play.
That's what I think like stands out about him is one, he's got some like good athleticism and he's physical, but I think his instincts is why he plays so much. Is like they really trust him to go in and not screw up or just be around the ball and make plays, and that's what he did tonight. Like he just was. Every time he was in the game, he was around the football, even on special teams. Like he is making every single tackle on special teams.
Speaking of special teams, and maybe this is like more of a commentary just on the culture of the program right now. One of my favorite plays of the night. He hasn't played a lick at wide receiver this year. Elijah Thomas busting his ass down there to make a tackle. I thought that was
a great
awesome
tackle on special teams.
I thought that
tonight
was freaking cool.
Well, and that was the message that Brent gave last week. Like, if you don't like your place on the depth chart, make some plays on special teams, and you'll get more opportunities. So obviously that message reached him.
I thought that was really, really cool.
By the way, I not that I missed it, but I didn't see when it happened. When did Gentry Williams leave the game?
Third quarter,
and any kind of buzz on that?
The only buzz I have is what I saw watching him on the sideline, and he was running around trying to stretch. Looked to me like maybe a groin, like trying to loosen up a bit, but it wasn't his shoulder or anything like that, at least from what I could tell. So I don't know if it was maybe it was a leg or something, but he was trying to go back in the game, and I think they eventually were like, hey, like you're not 100%, like also Michigan has no passing attack, like let's not throw an injured corner out there that can't move 100%. He was
working a lot with Jeff, one of the trainers there, just kind of running up and down the sidelines. And I got a little bit of video of it, and it looks like he is kind of grabbing for the groin area.
That's what I thought.
But I you can't tell. Like you just truly don't know. But I thought Devon Jordan came in and played pretty damn well. Cortland Guillory.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, this kid and
they went after him a little bit.
They did go after him, and it's not like he's just breaking up every ball. Every ball is a PBU. he's just in the right spot.
Dude,
he's in the right spot every time.
No one's beaten him.
I mean, the longest pass play, if I remember correctly, was the long pass to the Indiana kid, right? And it was just a great catch. Like Robert Spears Jennings got turned around a little bit, and it was just a great ball, great catch. And sometimes that's going to happen.
I mean, when you catch a pass over the top of someone else's, like at the back of the helmet, I mean, you just have to be like, okay, dude made a play, move on.
Yeah, and what they did, they responded by getting off the field in that instance. I think that was the drive that ended up being the missed field goal.
What'd you guys kind of think of John Mateer's post-game press conference? I mean, it was long. I mean,
yeah, he went longer than Arbuckle.
I think Mike Houck left, and he kind of was left to his own devices there for a little bit.
He got put on an island.
You know what I think? I think it was the beginning of the Heisman
push.
campaign.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, like we're gonna let our quarterback simmer in this room for a while. And we didn't really run out of questions for him, but it was just kind of, he knew he was in there to answer every question.
Yeah.
And he was going to answer it, and no matter what kind of subject came up, he tried to answer it, gracefully.
Hey, it's Paris. I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
It's still amazing to be hearing the other guys talk about him, his teammates talk about him, and just kind of this aura that he's brought to the locker room. Like, they have so much faith in him to be, as the leader, as the guy that's going to engineer the offense. There's just so much trust with a guy that's only been around here for 6 months, 7 months? I guess technically 9 months.
Well, and I think that's kind of what, was probably, and he's never really talked about it, but I have to think like Kyler Murray being around Baker for a couple of years, that really helped shape him into what he became as a quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, Kyler's always been that guy, though, that he's not necessarily...
He's got his own personality.
He's been the guy.
Yeah.
Since the moment that he stepped on a football field in middle school.
But it helps when everyone else on your team likes you, and you're not just some guy on a pedestal that's superior athletically.
Sure. And I think that they do it differently, because Kyler could go out and he was just a superior athlete than everybody else. Mateer's a great athlete. He runs it like his touchdown run tonight in the south end zone, the little cut that he makes at about the 3 or 4 yard line back outside. It's big time stuff. Got great video of it. You can see it on the Sights and Sounds. That'll be up on the Soonerscoop.com YouTube channel on Sunday. But he's just kind of one of those. He's just a winner. He's a dog a little bit.
I liked when he got the face mask penalty. He basically did everything to sell it too. I could kind of see that. Like he self yanked his head down after the guy pulled it, just to kind of reinforce to the refs. Did you see my head there? This is what it did.
Yeah,
and that was a huge play in the game.
Oh yeah. I mean, it extended that drive. It just a massive, massive play. Everything that they did tonight kind of played a role in the entirety of the game. It was just a very complete performance. Both sides of the football kind of complemented one another, which I think everybody has been hoping and begging for. And it just kind of all goes back to the main point of tonight was it feels like a pretty big night for Oklahoma. And for Brent Venables' football program.
Here's something else about the game tonight, just from the atmosphere of it. We talked about how on game time the prices had dropped a lot down to $350 to $275. This was nothing like the Tennessee crowd last year. There were Michigan fans that traveled and came to the game, but they did not have their own mini section. Which was all around the stadium.
They did up on the east side.
On the northwest side.
Upper deck.
I thought on the northwest.
The whole east side upper deck was
Michigan.
Was it? Okay.
Yellow, yeah.
But at the same time, they never had the opportunity. Oklahoma controlled the game for the most part. And all of a sudden, they go down. They miss the field goal. OU goes down and scores. It's 14-0 at halftime. Outside of that little third period stanza where they get the 75-yard touchdown and are kind of back in the game, it never felt like they were really going to truly get back into it. And I think that a little bit of that has to do with just the confidence that you have with a defense right now that seems like they have the makings of something that could be really special.
Well, we do know this. I mean, nationally, this is a story. And I think all next week when the college football schedule is talked about, Oklahoma's going to be somewhere either in the bottom of the top 10 or on the fringe of the top 10.
Yeah.
I don't know what'll happen to Michigan, but I mean, this
dropped to like 17, 18.
I think you have Temple coming up, but then Auburn keeps winning. You have an Auburn-Texas thing back-to-back. I mean, it's going to keep Oklahoma in the limelight. It's going to keep John Mateer in the limelight.
Kent State in between.
Or Kent State. I forgot about them, yeah. So, but, overall, Auburn's the fourth game, so then, you'll have a game, Kent State, Texas.
Bye week, Ryder Cup.
Very nice. Bye week's coming up before Texas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no. Okay, we can't ridicule now.
I have not looked at the schedule. I'm not traveling.
Weekend of the 27th. Bye week.
It doesn't bother me.
You get to
Actually, we did discuss that the other day, didn't we, about the studio?
The thing is you've got Auburn, which is going to be a big game, but then if you can get through Auburn, you've basically got 2 weeks to get ready for Texas.
Right.
And I think Oklahoma can beat Texas.
Right now, if they played, I think Oklahoma have a really good chance.
Texas has and then Florida shit down their leg today, but Texas does have to go to the Swamp the week before OU Texas. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but
yeah, I mean,
I
do think that after you beat Michigan.
That's what I was going to say. Is like the big picture for this thing is like you really legitimately have a chance to make the college football playoff, and also like, and I'm excited to talk to Josh on Monday because I want to know how it went recruiting wise, because some of the people they had in town, and it felt like
it was insane the amount of people on the side.
Well, it felt like when I don't know when if you guys were listening closely, but when I asked about like what a win like this could do for recruiting, Brent specifically brought up quarterback and offensive tackle. And
who was in town today?
Very notable that they had Peyton Houston, the 2027 quarterback, and Cooper Hackett, the 2027 offensive tackle, both in town this weekend.
No doubt about it. And Peyton Houston's making his announcement next week, right?
Yeah.
September 15th, I believe, right?
Yes.
That would be a big win.
So I guess
pull that off.
Technically, it'd be next Monday.
Well, guys, we talked about this too on the Unofficial 40. Like, this program needs a bump. They need some momentum. They need a chance to build on this 2027 class because, maybe they can go out and steal a guy in the 2026 if things fall apart or they decide. I mean, some of that's going on right now. But
with Florida losing today,
yeah,
and I haven't checked to see if homeboy from Duncanville made it in today.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, he's committed to Florida right now, the defensive end.
Yeah, that would be one. But yeah, I mean, that's all the stuff we'll get in this week with Josh. But I mean, to me, this does everything that you want in terms of rebuilding the momentum around this program with recruits. I think I give it up to the fans. I mean, they bought in. As soon as we all know we got people on the message board that still want Brent fired, that probably still want him fired even after the win tonight. But I think most fans were like, okay, we like Brent. We want to give him a chance. We like the Arbuckle thing. We like the Mateer thing. Let's see where it goes. So I think a lot of people have been open-minded, and you could tell. I mean, filling up the tailgating area today, they did that on Friday night. Like, the people want to come. They want to see a successful football team. They're behind this. It's not. There's very few people like, I wish they would just lose so we could change our coaching staff.
Well, you're a fucking asshole if that's the statement after tonight.
But we all know that
if you were
that
in
has
the stadium,
happened.
If you're in the stadium tonight and that's your immediate reaction, go to Walmart, go to the gun section.
Jesus.
I say hold on, I gotta mark this. It's been a while since we've just had one real long bleep.
Oh, that's just. I mean, but I know what you're saying, and there probably are people like that. It's just I don't know how you could.
Us off.
I don't know how you could walk around Norman today. I got down here at 10:30, and the buzz around Campus Corner at 10:30 this morning. Mm-hmm. It just felt like a big game.
Well, I mean, we felt it on Friday. It was just like, how big is this? I mean,
sure.
Like it was packed on Friday, like it is with most big games, but you didn't really know, okay, is this big? Like, when the university, everybody running the tailgate came to get us and they took me by the Noun Hotel, I was just like, holy shit, like this is incredible. Like, and the tailgating went all the way from Noun down to Boyd Street there in across from the Presbyterian Church.
There was a lot
I've
of
never
people
seen that many people.
There was a lot of people in the
there.
parking lot over, I guess just to be north of the president's house.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was a cool scene. It was a great day, great night. And, I think just to have them perform the way that they did, it gives you that little slimmer.
Gives you some validation of like all the stuff that we talked about
that we think is working.
We gotta see it to believe it, and all this stuff. It's like we saw it tonight.
Yeah.
Like it came to fruition. And they had some mistakes. We're watching Sammy Omasigo run into the punter.
Yeah, that's a
that shit can't happen, right?
That's a roughing the kicker.
The Isaiah Satania, which I really don't understand.
God, you're gonna have such great field position on the roughing the kicker.
It's like why? And
you're gonna be at midfield.
He almost got it called the.
I know. I thought that they were,
so
and nobody said anything. Like
so. They got to clean that shit up on special teams. You can't miss. Tate sandell can't miss a 42-yarder. Like all of those things, you can clean those up.
Sure.
And if you do, then damn man, you got a pretty good squad.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Autotrader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find
They
it.
can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Find your next ride at Autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Yeah.
I do like, and again, this was another week where I just got to watch the sidelines, because that's one of the few things I can shoot. But I just love the communication between the coaches and watching, Kevin Wilson, and he's like, there was a time, I think it was the Cortland Guillory, where they were considering throwing a pass interference call and they decided not to. But Brent was just in the official's face, and then you see like Miguel Chavis is standing there, like, are you going to get a 15-yarder? And Kevin Wilson is standing there, like, and he's also bitching at the ref. And then behind him, you see Nate Dreiling, like, with this angry look on his face, like. They're all rallying around Brent because they know that he has that extra burden of calling the defense.
It'll be in the sights and sounds, but Brent absolutely lost his mind on the no hold call on the
Dominic Williams,
play,
rightfully so.
The play,
you mean when they didn't call it?
When they didn't call the hold,
it's right here.
Or Mason Thomas is just getting brutally held. And
then later in the game, he actually was getting held, and they called it.
Yes.
Because he got jerked back.
Yeah,
I think
on the other side.
When Underwood was running outside the pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... Oh, I want to see Brent lose his mind here. Oh. He probably hasn't seen a replay at this point.
It's the next play, because the next play,
because that's the defensive hold. And you said
the defensive hold.
You said Teddy on the radio podcast.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I saw that one plain
Teddy
as
and
day.
Gabe. I thought Teddy and Gabe.
Okay,
were
so
going
here's
in.
the defense. See, I think what happens, he gets turned around in his arm right there. Like it's very minor, but it's stupid.
And it's right in front of the umpire.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's looking right at it. He grabs inside of his jersey.
This play
is,
here.
Yeah, R. Mason's on the right side. And he's going to run toward the outside, right?
Yeah. They're going to run towards the OU sideline. I mean, that's a hold.
From that angle, you couldn't really see it, but yeah.
You can definitely tell.
I remember seeing that
Brent
play.
loses his mind. Look at him. Oh, they cut away from it.
Kevin Wilson's got to put on his glasses like, what kind of shit are we getting into here?
Kevin Wilson, man, he's involved.
Yeah.
He's really involved.
No, he is.
And like Todd Bates is just out there. He's the one guy that's like coaching his guys. He's just like, you guys fight with the refs. I'm going to coach my guys.
It's definitely not a big thing, but I even think like the sideline is more energetic. Like the players on the sideline are more into the game than they have been in the past. Just cheering.
I'm really surprised that John Mateer was asked questions about the defense, and he answered them tonight. Usually, quarterbacks just like, yeah, I'm not watching the defense. I got a
great shot of Mateer, and he is in the middle of the defensive huddle.
Really?
Like during one of the timeouts. It's just small stuff like that that I think has really it helped his cause to the rest of his teammates. I think that's the type of stuff when people say or ask, like what's tangible of what we've seen that he does differently than some of the other quarterbacks they had a year ago. And it's different. It is different. And he goes out and he kind of backs it up with his play, obviously. There was a couple runs tonight that he had that, they weren't 25-yard gains or anything, but it was a 7-yard gain, and it was a tough as hell run. Putting his shoulder down into people.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this, Kobe McKenzie, he was great. Just being physical, getting up into the line of scrimmage and just stuffing running backs all night. I mean, and he said on Monday, like, he dreams of playing games like this. So he
Josh gave him a 91. That's the second highest on the defensive side of the ball
himself
in the report card. Good for him. Great story, too. Stick it out.
Yeah.
Waited for his time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, but, overall, it's a great night. I think people should be ecstatic. Like we said, they were in this position a year ago, and it went horribly wrong, with Tennessee, and a lot of that was offense. And, now you have a quarterback in a big game. If you need a play, whether with his arm or his feet, he's going to make it.
It's so, kind of cliche and kind of stupid to say, but it is kind of amazing what just having a good quarterback and an offensive coordinator does for you. It's a dumb statement, and we know.
But we've seen it.
But
I mean,
it's necessary.
To see where it was at last year as opposed to what this is this year, it's night and day. I mean, it's completely night and day different from what we'd seen. So
also, shout out Deion Burks. I know there's been a lot of Deion Burks haters out there in the fan base. Dude's a baller.
Yeah, he had over 100 yards tonight. Had a couple really good grabs.
I mean, they got a playmaker in him.
Yeah.
Also, Keontae Lewis, he I don't know what his stats ended up being for the game, but it did feel like he came up with some very big catches, in big moments.
Third down, second and long.
Some of those drives, he was catching some big passes.
Right.
The Kanik catch over the middle to start the game.
Kanik's a tight end.
Dude.
I think Kanik's a tight end.
It's amazing.
And he held up in the run game as well.
He's also a total goofball in the post game.
Oh, you'll want to see the post game with Jaron. He had Wolverine claws on his hands and kept nonchalantly brushing his hair.
He's got a lot of Stutzman in him.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I bet they probably had a bet or something if he would do that.
What did you think of the instead of the Lion King, they went with the Burger King?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you see that?
I have no idea what you're talking
about. On the video board.
When you raise your child up. And
I was thinking Whopper Burger King.
No, they did his dog Burger, except he was raising him up.
That's awesome. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was hilarious. That was game entertainment, in-game stuff was much, much better tonight. I thought the sound system was, it was normal again.
I think everything's better when you're winning.
I legitimately think that sound system sucked in the first game, though.
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
I mean, it was just, I took my decibel meter level tonight just to keep track of things, just to see how, off it might be. And the biggest decibel reading I got was 108.8 when Kendall Daniels blew up that receiver.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I got some 107s and some 106s here and there.
How about Grayson Miller punting tonight? That's an interesting story.
That was strange.
So did Ulrich get benched?
I don't know.
Didn't he punt late in the game, Ulrich?
No. It was Miller the whole game.
Yeah,
okay. He was fantastic.
He almost averaged 48 a kick.
Yeah.
And he was a kicker from UCO. During one of the timeouts, Ulrich is kind of schooling up Grayson Miller. And I noticed that Ulrich had a knee brace on his right knee.
Oh, man.
Okay.
So he might have gotten hurt. It just kind of looked like he was like, hey, man, you're going to have to punt. And I'm going to give you a little bit of an in-game lesson here on what you need to be doing. And if that's the case, to average 48 yards It never really was put under pressure or anything, but for a kid that was playing for Central Oklahoma, that was a soccer player that started out in Lubbock, I believe, at Lubbock Christian. Pretty incredible story.
By the way, did you see Brennan Thompson's line tonight for Mississippi State?
He had the game winner.
And they rushed the field on Arizona State.
Well, Arizona State's number 12 in the country. Mississippi State, I don't blame them at all.
You don't think that's a problem? You don't?
No.
For
Mississippi
Them
State?
rushing the field for
Mississippi State?
They won 2 games last year.
I guess. Huh?
They just beat a top 25 team at home.
I guess I'm looking through it through the wrong eyes. I'm looking through it through a good team's eyes.
Mississippi State's terrible.
I know, but still. Save that for like an SEC opponent or something.
They're not going to win any SEC games.
Yeah.
Now, they might. I don't know.
No, Brennan Thompson, 6 receptions, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, good for him. Good for Jeff, Zach Selman, all that group down there at Mississippi State. That's pretty cool.
The Big 12 is also terrible.
They might be bad.
By the way, Florida State put up 77 today on East Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah, East Texas A&M. Florida State might be good, though.
Tennessee scored 72 today, I believe.
Clemson might be bad. Clemson kind of effed around.
Yeah. They were down
quite
16-0 to Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Had to come from behind.
That's the thing, too, about this season. And again, it's the second week, but it does feel very wide open.
But here's the thing. Here's another score of a future opponent that makes you wonder how good they are. Ole Miss 30, Kentucky 23.
Yeah, Kentucky kind of blew the game. They led for most of the game from what I understand.
And Kansas kind of blew it against Missouri.
How did that end up 42-31?
Well, they
threw a pick 6 or something at the end?
No. They were Kansas was down 35-31. They had the ball, and then they went 3 and out and had to punt, but they had 3 timeouts left. Well, it's 3rd and I think it was like 3rd and 5. I can't remember what it was. And Missouri broke it on 3rd and 5 for like a 60-yard touchdown.
I figured
run.
it had to have been something really late because that game was a 1-score game for most of the time that I was checking.
They just needed the first down. The kid could have slid and they could have run the clock out, but he went and scored the touchdown.
That pissed off a lot of people out there?
Yeah, because it covered. They covered.
That was to cover?
Yeah, because I think
disgusting.
the line was 5.5.
That's disgusting. You know who didn't cover today? Oklahoma State.
Oh my god!
They got beat by
I was getting ready to ask
6 points.
Is that just us locally, or do you think that makes national waves?
I've seen a number of national people I think kind of starting to okay, what's going on with Oklahoma State?
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. Start converting your B2B audience today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started today at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
I mean, I think they might have to fire him mid-season.
I don't think that they will. Now, if they get beat by Tulsa next week, yes, I think that's on the table. I don't think that OSU will fire Mike Gundy at mid-season.
Pour one out for T-Bag, who just became the pre and post game.
Oh, did you see his tweets?
I didn't.
No.
Go read through his tweets.
Oh no.
T-Bag.
That's embarrassing.
We might have to give him a
They
job.
had back-to-back pick 6s in the second half.
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, literally Flores was getting consoled on the field by his teammates. It was awful.
To get beat by 66. Did you see what
did Dan Lanning do?
Did you see what the Oregon post game tweet was?
Oh, no.
Invested in winning.
Oh my god.
That's
pretty good.
Not good. See, hey, there's the.
Oh yeah, I missed all of this. Did you see this, Carey?
No, I missed it.
This was a huge storyline during the game.
Wow.
Yeah, this is for people that are listening to this podcast. It was the Haynes and Underwood yelling at each other on the sideline.
God, my tears. I mean, he
took some hits, man. He took some hits. But this is the drive right before half. This was a huge drive.
Pretty incredible.
Man, he really missed that.
Yeah.
The Michigan kick.
Yeah, it was a bad kick.
So let me ask you guys this. I'm sure we're going to wrap up soon, but does this win give you I don't know, a different opinion of Brent Venables as a head coach?
No.
Or is it still a wait and see?
I think it's a wait
I didn't
and
have
see.
a he should be fired.
No,
I'm not saying
going
that.
in.
I just think that they're going to have to build off this now. And I think that like the next step in this whole like big thing is obviously taking it on the road to Philadelphia next week, beating Temple, and then you got to do it again. And you have Auburn coming into town. Like I think that the win tonight makes it, for me, you have to be 5-0 now through September.
Yeah.
Like that's the reality. Like, okay, this team can go do that. They can get to 5-0, and if they get to 5-0, and you go to them the Cotton Bowl and you play well and you win, then we'll start having bigger, grander conversations about where this season can go. But I think that like that's one thing that this program hasn't been able to do under Brent, and they haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to do it. Is be able to build off momentum, and how do you handle a little bit of success? And I think this defense, the way that they played tonight, like if you want to have a bold proclamation out of it, I think this defensive line's extremely, extremely good, and they could be a very, very elite group.
Here's how I look at it. I stand by what we've said all offseason, which is this team is going to be better. The shit that happened last year when we said, oh, this is rock bottom, it can't get any worse than this, and it would get worse, like I don't believe that's going to happen with Arbuckle and Mateer here, and I never thought it would happen. What they did tonight is put themselves in the conversation, a legitimate conversation, as a college football playoff team. And I think that that's what this season is about. It's about getting yourself into the college football playoff, because I don't think that this team is where it needs to be yet. I don't think this team is where fans are going to be happy. I don't think this is a national championship caliber team, because I believe that Brent Venables can recruit on an elite level. And because of the 6 and 7s, because of all of the questions about his future, he's not doing that. And it's not his fault. It's a situation it is his fault. It's the situation he's in. Like, if you become a playoff team, I want to see what that Brent Venables can do out on the recruiting trail. I want to see if he can get a top 5 team year after year. Can he become a Georgia? Can he become what used to be in Alabama? It was interesting in the college football game day when they had the picks. You could tell Nick Saban doesn't believe Oklahoma is of that caliber, because he basically said, I think Michigan's going to come in here and be more physical and wear them out and win the ball game. And it was funny because I asked Mateer, like, what did you allow yourself to kind of take in today in such a big moment for the program? And he said that, what did he say? He said he watched some of the college game to see how big the crowd was.
He said he turned it on and then
when they
immediately turned it off. And he was like, because they started talking about OU, and then he was like, who picked against us? And we all said Nick Saban, and he just laughed.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. He didn't even say anything. He just started laughing.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So, like, I think they know there's still people that are doubting them, and you go out, like you said, get to 5-0, and then you worry about what happens with Texas. And you win that game. I mean, my God, where are you going to be ranked? You'll be ranked in the top 5 probably.
Top 3. Potentially.
Yeah.
Depending on how bad Texas might be or is not.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I like where this program is going. I never thought it was going to be fixed overnight. I don't think this is a Bob Stoops second-year national championship type situation we're watching.
Yeah.
I think in this day and age, especially with NIL, they've got to build more. And the defensive line is great. They need a deeper receiver group. They need a deeper running back group of elite running backs. They need more offensive linemen.
Giovanni Gibson was jumping around, moving around pretty well today on the sideline.
Fully dressed out tonight.
That's where I'm like, oh shit, they get him back, and if he's like anywhere near what we kind of heard about him in the spring,
sure.
Like you add that to that receiver room, which I think is a solid group.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden he could take them to like, oh, they're pretty damn good.
I mean, from just a starting standpoint, if you have Burks, Gibson, Keontez Lewis, that's a pretty good group.
And then Satania, I think, is as productive, if not more, like a Brennan Thompson.
And he had that one drop early in the game.
He might, if he catches the ball and turns upfield, he might be gone.
Yeah.
Then you add Kanik into kind of your tight end possession guy. It's a nice group. I'm just saying, there's not 2 first-round draft picks running out there like there's for Alabama
I think
for Auburn.
The biggest thing, I said this too in the instant reaction, OU's going to play a lot of games like the game they played tonight, where it's going to be a defensive battle at times, and it's just, can the offense give you enough? And I think they can. They got to limit mistakes. Mateer's got to, like the interception, that could have been a touchdown. Like, you can't miss on those that often.
He had several batted balls that if they'd fallen, incorrectly, and like you said, the one got knocked out by Satania. So he easily could have had 3 to 4 interceptions tonight.
He's got to be better about it, but
like that ball,
yeah.
But that ball, this is the one where he hits the Michigan player in the back of the helmet. He's got to just, I was telling Eddie this, just lob it. Burks has got his guy.
He's got to
beat
put
by
it
a
in the
step.
bucket. Yeah. By the way, it was nice seeing the Radosevich-Stoya clans.
They're out supporting today.
Yeah. It was
got to see Scoops for the first time.
Had the whole
today.
fam out there today. It was great.
Scoops loves a good game day.
I think we're going to have to give a segment to Edward II and your dad.
Man, they were itching to get on today.
Your dad really wanted to get on.
he really wanted to jump. I was like, Dad, you got to calm down.
It was a cool scene. Shout out Chance Cosby for dropping by.
Chance was great.
It was,
man, his queso was
unbelievable.
Did you try his queso?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh my god,
it was great. So good. That whole scene over at the North Oval was pretty special. I was very, very kind of taken aback by it today.
How about this run by Javonte Barnes?
Just a great run.
drive.
It looked like the typical Javonte Barnes runs into the back of his, and then he just bursts for 10 yards.
That's what you want.
Yeah,
that's what you want.
He also did not get a first down on that. I can't believe they gave him a first down on that run.
Arbuckle's still doing the thing where he walks all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think that's what he does.
Dude, he was fired up. I'm sure you guys saw it down there on the field, but he was like, after their touchdown drives, he was like,
oh yeah,
way out there.
Timeouts, he was out there. I mean, just going nuts.
Just a total, complete 180 from a year ago.
Couldn't be further away from what it was.
Look at
that's the type of run right there where Mateer, he cuts back, ends up only getting 7 or 8 yards, but it's just little things. That little cut that he makes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful stuff.
Yeah, and I mean the Jake Michaela thing to me, because
it's crazy.
Like, Troy Everett's still leading the team in the Walk of Champions, and knowing that he's not starting in this game. I mean, it's crazy.
Michaela played well.
And for everybody that's just like, we've seen this before. It's like, oh, the coaches are just loyal, and they only like the guys that, are the tryhards and stuff. No, OU literally said, we have a guy that everybody loves that John Mateer spent his entire offseason studying with, but we think we have a guy that's better in Jake Michaela, so we're going to start
Here's
him.
the thing, Carey.
It's a little cutthroat, and that's good.
If Oklahoma's playing in the Big 12, I think Troy Everett's still your starting center. Troy Everett's would be a good starting center in the Big 12. Yeah.
Interesting thought.
Michaela is physically can just hold up better against some of these guys that they're going to have to play this season like they played tonight. Like, it's just a fact. It is what it is.
Well, and that's the other thing. Like, you watch this game tonight, and
the stuff with Mateer,
somebody asked, like, this is the worst question that you can ask right now, and it was asked tonight. It was asked about, I think of John Mateer about the differences in this team from a year ago. There is literally, I think, Deion Burks. I mean, how many people were on this offense a year ago?
We have to stop. Here's my thing. We're in week 2 now of this season. It's time to move on from asking about last season.
Yeah.
And I know we talk about it on here and like, oh, it's so much better than last year, and that's fine or whatever, but like, we can't keep going and asking these guys like,
how different is it this year than it was a year ago? They weren't fucking here.
Well, and even the ones that were here, it's a new year. Like we have to move on. It's like a dead pet.
Well,
you got to move on at some point.
It's
you get
one of
the
those
new
things
dog.
As a reporter that I always knew. It's like, if you ask a question and that's that bad, the guy you're asking the question to is just like, what kind of dumbass are you? Like,
yeah.
It's just like they know that. Don't be a dumbass reporter.
Yeah. What I was going to say, though, is we saw the clip. Mateer, cheering, like having the crowd. You know, he kept going. They kept showing on the big screen, like him trying to get the crowd.
That's such
Jesus
a good run.
Christ.
The touchdown run's such a good run.
Yeah, man, he's a baller. But like I hate doing the Baker comparisons, but it's like he had some of those moments.
He's got
tonight
more
where
shimmy than Baker. Baker's
I'm
shimmy
talking
is
about,
just fine.
I'm talking about his attitude, his personality, him getting the crowd.
Yeah.
Like that's what it reminded me of.
I mean, it's not an accurate description, but meathead quarterback. Like I kind of like a meathead quarterback.
He's a meathead that's extremely smart because some of the stuff he was saying post game about understanding, like Eddie said earlier, understanding what the defense was going to do and stuff. Like
he's like a Bruce Willis character playing quarterback.
I don't hate that.
Like a die-hardish kind of. By the way, what the hell's going on with Bruce Willis? Did you see all that stuff today?
No,
I don't think he's gonna make it.
I don't either.
Long.
It's
He has
kind of
dementia,
scary.
right?
It's a weird kind of memory. Yeah, it's.
I thought he had
sort of
Alzheimer's. I thought he had Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
But look
dementia,
at Michael
something
on
like
this on this block on the touchdown run.
Yeah, he's just stonewalled this guy, completely taken him out of the. And that's what's his name? Their best interior guy,
Derek Moore.
No.
Is he not 0?
I don't think so.
Jake Michael is blocking 95.
Oh, I'm looking.
Oh,
at
I thought he was
somebody else.
blocking 0. I thought that was 0 out there. That's Trey Williams, 0.
Oh, that's the
They don't have
transfer
a 95.
from Clemson.
Trey Pierce, 95.
Yeah, that drive before half was kind of, I was like, oh shit.
Big time.
They needed that. I mean, that was, and of course, you say they needed that. They gave up a touchdown right after halftime, but
that's why they needed it.
That's why they needed it. There you go.
Great day.
Great day.
Great day. Let's
It's
close
been
the
a
book on this thing.
Great couple of weeks.
It's 4:00 in the morning.
You guys will
I can't wait to go to Philly.
headed on the road to Philly to try out
Hell yeah.
cheesesteaks.
We're road tripping it.
No, you're not.
No way.
You have plane tickets.
No way.
I need you there and back as fast as possible because the studio's getting ready to get underway. So, no, it's great seeing everybody out there too today. Thanks for stopping by and just saying hello. And who knows, we may do it again. So, thanks everybody for being a part of it. Thanks to all you sickos who are probably staying up for this to post. I'll get it posted immediately. And for all you that are listening to it on a Sunday, hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll see you back here after Temple on the Eskridge Lexus Postgame Podcast.
That's the sound of the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron and the quiet confidence of ultra-smooth handling. The elevated interior reminds you this is more than an EV. This is electric performance redefined.